G'day guys, welcome back to the LotusGrind, and I'm in a good mood today. It's actually my birthday, and also another important date we've got to stick to is by the time this video goes out, it will be the 1 year anniversary of the LotusGrind to the day. And that's what brings us here today, guys. So kind of by design, I haven't given you guys a sales update in quite a while, but rest assured, I was hustling hard, trying to get as much value out of the cards we had, and that was through a few different avenues. That was through, of course, my LGS, so big up Dan on that because he's helped me so much get through so much of the bulk and given me pretty fair prices, absolutely, and has made the sales process so easy. But there's also been, I've been doing things like, I'll show some pictures of what I've sold off, but all those bloody sleeve packs and things like that, I've been able to shift off a whole load of bulk as well and gear for people that are interested in kind of just getting a bit of a starter collection going. And then also still hitting up the community for more of the specialist sales. So, when people have a want for, some blingy foils, like the rebirths, which have gone crazy recently, or sets, like the alliances and the homelands and big ticket items. So, done a big sales update, which really I've cleared out a whole load of stuff. So, that means that I was in the position to go Lotus shopping. Super exciting. So the way that I did it, I was thinking about it, and I'm in Australia, so if you're doing international deals, there's a whole load of complexity around that. There's the currency differential, there's the spread you have to pay on the currency, there's shipping, there's insurance, there's risk that, you've never kind of had a relationship with the person you're buying off. There's a lot of risk there involved. So I was hoping to get this deal done within Australia, and thankfully, I basically put a post up on the high-end page in Australia saying wanting to buy, and got to chatting with probably one of the most one of the top reputable people in Australia to be doing a deal with, and I'm happy to say that we have got a deal together. So that meant he was on one side of the country and I was on the other side of the other. So it cost literally the same price as a return flight over there. That would have been what the courier company charged me. So thankfully someone from my work went over for a work trip and was able to swing past the hotel, drop it off at the lobby, and I'll sort her out with a little gift card off the back of it. And I think that's how we've squared that all up. So what does it mean, guys? It means that we got two last parts of the collection. So as always, every time I open the videos, I'll give you guys a bit of an update on the cash balance and the relative value of the cards. So what you're looking at here, guys, this is what's left as of today, right now. So what's left after all of my hustling, my wheeling, my dealing, what's the cash? Yeah, is not much at all. What do we got here? And I know, guys, Australian money is a little bit out there, but I've got 125. I think I said, yeah. So I've got $130. That's it of the cash. So you remember we started at, I kicked in $30 to do the first buy, and then I withdrew the capital later. So everything's at zero in terms of the net cost. So I've got $130 cash left. But what we all are here for, and what we've been here for the last year, is what's in this little sucker through here. And without further ado, I'm going to get that cracked open. But first off, a little ado, I started the channel on the concept of that I believed it could be done. So I've been doing something similar to this since 2020, since COVID hit. And it was just something that I could do from home. I had young kids, so it's something that if you get woken up in the middle of the night, you can do a bit of magic sorting, cruise around the internet looking for buys and that kind of stuff. So I wanted to show that it could be done, and it could be done by anyone. It could be done with a 16-year-old and a bank account and a Facebook account. The same concepts apply. It's just putting the time into it. In terms of time, a rough calculation, I reckon, out of all the random buys that I've done to this point, I reckon I've put in, if I didn't do any of the videoing and the editing and all the rest of it, I reckon across the 47 random buys, I reckon all up in terms of the looking for the buys, the sorting, and the on-selling, which thankfully was made pretty easy by my LGS, I put it at about 300 hours. Now, that's you could say, well, geez, that's like, 6 hours a week kind of thing. That's a fair commitment. But the scary thing, I think we can all put our hands up here. Who's put a decent amount of hours into a video game or cruised around Netflix late at night, So this was still, I felt, pretty constructive, and it's super fun, right? Like, I love going through Magic collections and random buys and the whole treasure hunting bit. How many cards do I have to go through? I estimate it over the random buys, about 100,000 cards. So 100,000 pieces of cardboard have come through this house. And it's pretty easy when you're doing random buying to just sit back and sit on them. But the scary thing about that, guys, is you accumulate like crazy. And if you think about this later down the road, what if something happens to you, right? Like, how many of us have these whopping great collections that if we got wiped out by a bus tomorrow, would our partners know the value of things? How is it all sorted? Or would some guy like me come along and pick up an epic collection for $500? I always feel like you had to grind your way up the value chain and also go to things like reserve list cards or the ultimate luxury cardboard, which is the Power 9. So I've committed to that idea as a concept. Yeah, I might have lost a little bit of value along the way, but I'm also dodging things like reprints and all the rest of it. So I'm very happy with kind of that approach, and that I should have proven the principle today. So I didn't mean to ramble on, but hey, put enough hours in it to this point that I think I've earned the right to give you guys my thoughts on where we're at. But I'm super excited to show you this little pretty flower here, which I'm getting a bit of reflection on, so I'll just get her out and get her out. So this is we did the deal on the basis that it's a heavy played Black Lotus, but it's unlimited, and I think it's gorgeous in its own right. So there we go, guys. It is very much a legit card purchased by a legit seller. But it has, as you would expect, plenty of play to it. Crucially, as well, we were able to confirm that there's no inking. It's just plenty of grime. And I might get the microscope out for this. I'm not too sure whether I might do a little picture-in-picture. But there's just a lot of grime to it. Not even that much. Guys, if you think about all your heavy played Lotuses that you see on TCG Player, some of them are just absolutely insane. So this, I think, is a really nice heavy played copy. And what did it cost? So I've shown you that there's $130 left here. This baby cost 14,500 Australian dollars, which in US terms, interestingly, we did the deal before the Aussie dollar dropped, but in US terms, it's about 9.5 grand, which in the current state of the market for a heavy played copy like this, with a back that's not that bad, and no signs of inking or de-inking. Yeah, I mean, the corners are rough, but, you'd expect that. There you go, guys. Black Lotus acquired. Goal achieved. And it would not be possible, I got to say thanks to all you guys that have subscribed, and I've really it's really been motivating me to kind of keep pushing forward. I really wanted to do this as a bit of a documentary thing for myself, my partner actually, she saw a lot of money going in and out of the accounts over the last few years and going, does this thing actually working, or is it costing money? It's like, no, you can grind random buys and do pretty well out of it. So that was one of the kind of reasons. But then when you guys all started jumping on, it was awesome, and a lot of support, which is great. Also, still have got to thank my partner, because that is still a lot of time that's been committed as part of the process. And there's a lot of me checking my phone, which is never great, but I kind of try and manage it as best I can. In terms of hunting deals, and I do a lot of editing on my phone and stuff. So also, I think I shouted him out before, but Dan at my LGS, good on you for grinding through all the bulk with me and giving me a pretty fair price on all that stuff to move it on quickly. I don't know how much longer it would have taken if I had to do a lot of the heavy lifting on the selling. Got a shout out to Ollie as well, who hooked me up with this card. You're an absolute legend, mate, and it was absolute dream dealing with you, which is awesome. Got to give a shout out to all of the Australia Magic the Gathering Facebook community. There's just some absolute awesome people there. And, plenty of you guys, we did deals in my front room and $10 here, $20 here, $50 here. It all helped, and to get to the position where we are now. And unfortunately, this one won't be in my front room. I'll be keeping this one off site for security reasons, which is pretty obvious. And again, guys, just to wrap it up, I really wanted to show the internet that this can be done. I don't think it's been done before. I heard something about some guy doing something with a Mox Pearl years ago, kind of before we kind of had much more information available on the net. But yeah, guys, it's done. What did it cost me?
Did you do it?
Yes.
What did it cost?
It's free real estate.
It was all grinded out from a little $30 random buy that it took the capital back from. So this baby's got a 0 cost base, and the LotusGrind is complete. So guys, we're at here, you've probably seen the title, the finale. So that's right. We are at the season finale.
What?
And I'm looking forward to bringing you guys the Power 9 grind.
The show goes on!
We're not going anywhere. We're going to keep going until I get a set of Power 9 for free. So come with us, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have an awesome day, an awesome week. Please, the next time you see a random buy online and it looks pretty good, get it. And I hope to see a couple of videos pop up, maybe. All right. I'll see you guys around. I am absolutely stoked. And I love all you guys. Feeling good right now. I'm going to put this guy away nice and safe. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.